Okay, made it to the seaside. I didn't actually plan on coming to the seaside, but because oh shit, fuck. Ooh, that's an old building. That's interesting. Not going to go in there. Guarantee this close to the seaside it will be used as a toilet. So shit. Yep, used to dump all their crap. Fuck's sake. Thing is, it's not tramps doing it or junkies, it's fishermen dumping all their shit. For fuck's sake. A lot of it's been dumped for a long time as well. Fucking floating tramps. I've got no idea where the next habitation is. I think Porlock Weir is maybe 3, 4, 5 miles maybe. Could be 5 miles around the coast that way. No way in hell are my ankles handling those rocks at at this sort of tide. When the tide goes out, I don't know. But I'm eyeing up places so I can put my hammock up. There's more buildings. Shit, all these are buildings. Holy crap. I might actually pop in there and see if I can find. So I need trees that are 3 meters apart. Hopefully with no fuckers having a bonfire. So yeah. This is fucking awesome. There's even a bench. You can sit down, have some water. Holy crap. So, that's a slipway. That's a really old slipway. It's a cobblestone slipway. Holy crap. How old is that? 1,000 years? Okay, there's cement on it. It's not 1,000 years. But that's at least, I would say, 1,000 years old, that original slipway. Because you've got buildings there, quite a few buildings actually. Oh, yeah, you got up there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how far it goes. I can't see the end of it. You got at least a 150 meter long building with a slipway. So it must have been a fisher house of some kind. Holy crap, this is awesome. This is beautiful. Holy crap. I didn't expect to get to the sea. So around the coast, I'm not going around there now. I need to rest my kneecap and possibly go for a paddle. Yeah, you've got the remains there. See the bits of wood sticking up just there on the cloud line, shade line, whatever they call it. There's actually what used to be a jetty from the looks of it. The fact that it's in a straight line coming around to here, the slipway, yeah, that is at least 1,000 years old, that slipway. It's been reinforced with iron as well. Yeah, that must have been a pier of some kind. Holy crap. I want to live here. I mean, yes, you've got the downside that your view is Wales. And yes, it is basically still an estuary. But see that in the very distance, that's, I think it's called Bossington Beach. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's called Bossington Beach. That's, the top of it is called North Hill. And on the other side of North Hill, round the bend, is Minehead. And so just around, so in between here and that hill is Porlock. So I'm guessing 4 miles, 5 miles, which would take me quite a few hours if I had to hobble on these rocks, because my right leg cannot take my whole weight because of the damage to the kneecap and that. But yeah, this is absolutely fucking beautiful. So it's so tempting to head round that corner, because around that corner about 1 mile, I'm guessing about a mile, how are they going to fence off the beach? I'm sure they'll try, but that's where the mystery house is. That big house that is not on the OS maps, been deleted from the internet, been deleted from Google Maps, and only appears as a smudge on a satellite image. So far, all these buildings I found, I didn't get to go into the other ones, but the one I did go into, and all the other ones, we're talking 19 buildings so far, 19, that are fully built buildings with roofs and electric, all of them, and yet not one of them exists on Google Maps. Makes you wonder who's living there. I need to go and find myself a couple of kind trees. This is going to be so noisy tonight, because when you get the ocean on the rocks, when the tide comes in, it's going to come in up to here. So the water on the rocks, even on a calm day like this, it sounds like 1,000 women having their fat asses slapped. So yeah, I need to go and find myself somewhere to crash. Yeah, I can't believe how structurally sound these buildings are. 1,000 years old, and it's been abandoned for at least 500 years. Bit of subsidence there, but that's one house. You've got 2 more on that side. You've got quite a few down that side. What I'm hoping for is something I can get a line around for the hammock. Otherwise it's going to mean, worst case scenario, if I can find somewhere, that's another one there. You can just see the archway, and where something's been pushing into it. That's a wall there as well, behind the ivy. See, the ivy is covering up massive structures because all that is a sheer wall. That might be strong enough to hold my bulk. Yep, that one, worst case scenario, I'm going to put a line between that, golf bugs, between that one and that one. That's roughly 3.5 meters. And not too many rocks to land on. I'll clear out some of the bigger spine breakers. But worst case scenario, yeah, I'll put a hammock there. That's the backup. Oh, fuck. These trainers are so shagged that it is literally like walking on ice. I'm sliding everywhere. My poor spine. Right, nothing in there for me to tie onto. Just fishing crap. There's a lot of nettles. I don't want to get stung by nettles. See some more here. And more crap has been dumped. Brambles. If I bought a tent, it wouldn't have been as much of an issue. But bringing the tent, it weighs, climb on that, 3 kilos. Nope, can't climb on that. This is why I'm being extra careful. If I land on my right leg, it's going to snap. What? That is a tent. Alright, so somebody's dumped a tent. Hopefully there's not going to be any dead bodies in it. I'm not checking. Holy crap! This is a kiln. That's a fire pit which they've blocked up for some fucking reason. Yeah, this is I'm not sure if it's a seaweed burner. It's basically a kiln where they bring in like seaweed to turn into charcoal and also hang up fish to smoke. Yeah. It's a bit of a surprise. Maybe if I can tie a hammock to in here. Nah, it's all too fragile. Oh, and there's more buildings up there. Jesus Christ. I'm not going for an explore up there. I'm too knackered and my kneecap will not handle it. Although, no. See, you can see there's a trail. Animal trail going all the way through there. You can tell it's an animal trail because you can see a slight tunnel going through it, but the top vegetation hasn't been broken. Does that mean it's something less than 1 meter in height? So, and there's a trail going horizontal as well. So there's more buildings there, and there's an opening there, a vertical slit. There's another opening there. Looks like a break in the wall. So you've got more buildings higher up. What the fuck? None of this is on the map. None of it is on the map. There's nothing here to put a hammock on, is there? Nope. I'm a bit wary about putting a hammock on a footpath. Although, yeah. See, a lot of these trees, they're bristle. It's just the type of wood that it is, like sycamore. Sycamore's a shit wood, basically. Sorry, sycamore, but it's the truth. Ah, motherfucker. Yeah, also, fuck shoulders. There's more buildings down there. I'm just not sure if I want to get myself lacerated by brambles and nettles. Because you can see, where's my walking stick? Hang about, let's have a stick. When in doubt, poke it with a stick. Right. Do not think of triffids. Do not think of triffids. Do not think of triffids. Whew, shit. Right. Also make sure there's no cobwebs. Fucking goes on down there. Holy crap. Holy fuck. Okay, my phone decided to stop recording again. Yeah, I didn't expect to get here. I didn't expect to get to the beach. I didn't expect to find the most interesting things. Dozens of structures overgrown with ivy, 1,000 years old at least, and still usable. I mean, it's just like finding hidden tunnels. I'm not sure what I got on camera, but there was like 5 tunnels I found. And in between all these buildings, there's some of these like 6-story buildings. And there's more buildings up the hill, all overgrown with ivy. So yeah, I'm gonna pitch my hammock between those trees later. Worst case scenario, I'll just wrap myself up in a sleeping bag and probably die on the beach and get swept away or something. Because that tide is gonna come up to here. It's the second biggest tidal difference on the planet, apparently. So yeah, water time. As I've got no food. And all I've had to eat today is 3 digestive biscuits and a packet of noodles 9 hours ago. I was going to do a nice little setup in my tripod and get me walking naked all sexy and bloated and blubbery down to the water for a paddle. But by the time I got down here from there, that water came in 15 feet. Fuck that. With the state of my kneecaps, it's going to take me that long just to get back up there. So yeah, it comes in pretty quick. So I guess I'm not going for a paddle. But from this angle, you cannot see any of those buildings whatsoever. You can barely see the slipway. And all those houses, all those structures, have instant planning permission and completely abandoned for no reason, other than some bullshit excuse to protect the privacy of wealthy people around the corner. You can see over there, it's interesting as well, the rocks, they've been cut into because they're all in rectangular shapes. They've actually cut into the rocks. So there must have been buildings there as well. That's getting really close. I really want to go for a paddle, but I'm slipping as it is on the bloody cobbles. And with wet feet, so yeah. I'm even scared to sit down because of how long it takes me to stand up with my fucking kneecap. But yeah, apparently just around that corner. Oh yeah, trees on top. Those are not indigenous. They've been planted for prettiness about 100 years ago. Yeah, just around that corner is where the interesting house is meant to be. It's just that how fast the tide comes in, I don't want to chance it. I can see where the tide mark is and it's up to the rocks. So when the tide is in, I'd be doing the fucking cat climbing the wall thing, which I can't do. And you see the tree up there, it's actually been eroded underneath the roots. So it does come all the way up the slipway. So it's not exactly global warming with rising water levels, that's bollocks. Because that slipway is the same now as it would have been 1,000 years ago when it was built. Temperature, that's real. Definitely real with temperature going up. But rising sea levels? Not really. Fucking shit bastard! A fish just jumped out the bastard sea. They're meant to stay in the sea or in batter. Now I don't mind big fish, you can like beat up. But the litlins, I say little, about the size of my foot, I've got a size 13 feet. You're talking maybe 15 inches long. Quarter of a metre long. Just jumped out the fucking ocean. Why? What are you hoping to find? I mean, yeah, that was a bit of a freaky thing to see. I ain't going for a paddle. I don't mind fish when I can eat them, beat them up, but when they're small enough to go inside my ass, I don't want to go near them. You know, I'm funny that way. I don't mind going in the sea if I have no choice. Especially when it's on rocks where I'm going to slip over and I want to keep getting closer. So that was a bit of a shock. I think they're after the bugs. You know, I can't really see many bugs down here, but I think they're coming out of the water to eat the, yeah, you see them jumping out there as well. See, the first time I sat down for more than 5 minutes since midday when I left the house, and that was a rush when I left. I decided I had to get out because of this meet, and I basically staggeringly ran, staggering because of my kneecaps and ankles and all the rest of it being knackered, and I was in screaming pain by the time I got to the bus stop. Literally 2 minutes later the bus arrived, and the next bus would have been, I think, 3 hours later, which would have been too late. So it's nice to just sit down and do nothing. Although that fish kind of freaked me out a bit. I'm scared of a fishy. The big ones, yeah, I don't mind that. It's the little ones that freak me out. Right. I'm not going to stay any longer because I'm just going to get washed away. There's no actual beach here to speak of. It's all rock, apart from one little patch of grey up there somewhere. But yeah, this is absolutely fucking beautiful. This is worth the 8 hours. I think it was 8 hours to get here. I could have got here quicker. I could have. If I'd have got on the bus and hitchhiked like I was doing, then I could have maybe taken a more direct route getting down to the beach, to this section. It would still have taken me several hours though. This is just, and there's no one else here. This is what does my head in. People get so brainwashed and conditioned into just sitting around playing Xbox, which I do every day, and ignoring the actual world around you. Experiencing everything through the internet, through TV, and rather than just coming out and, you know, chucking a rock in the sea. Didn't make it to the sea, but it got near the sea. See, rising sea level there, throw a stone in. More fishes. That's going to be so loudy tonight. It's not so much tonight I'm worried about, it's going to be in 12 hours time, probably about 8 hours time, so maybe 5, 6 in the morning it's going to be high tide. After this high tide, and that's going to probably wake me up if I get any sleep. I'm so tempted to go for a swim. No, it's not the fish that bother me going for a swim. It's the rocks. Slipping on that, I just split my head open. It's that simple. When you're younger, you're made out of rubber, you can recover from shit. Even 5 years ago, before the crashes that smashed my ankles and knees, it would have been dodgy. But, fuck it. I am not going around that coast. That is just so tempting. But right now, this kneecap is in fucking agony. Oh. I think I'm going to go and put up my hammock. Because the tide's coming in, so I can't imagine anyone else is going to be coming around the coast. Because they're not going to be able to. I doubt anyone's going to be coming down here to have a bonfire. Most of you people go for, that's a bit close, go for a bonfire, tend to go for places closer to a road. I think it's time for some vodka. I did bring a spare shirt somewhere. So that is it. From the last camper, left his little bit of guy rope, so okay, that's my washing line. Let my shirt drop a little bit. My knickers are going up there, sorry, my pantaloons are going up there in a bit as well. I was going to go and give him a rinse off in the sea, but it came in a bit quick. I might have one down in a minute. Now I'm camped. Go down in a minute, rinse out my pants and socks, hang them up to dry. I mean, I've got a spare pair of socks. Don't need knickers though, really. So, yeah. There she blows. I just got stung by nettles. Fucking nettles. Got a nice little guy rope up there. Paracord, hang the Bergen on. So I can reach that in the night for drinkies. So I'm not putting too much weight inside the hammock itself. Got the undercoat just in case it does turn stormy. Got me a little tarp on top, which does give a fair bit of protection. See, when you're inside it, the hammock sinks down, but the tarp doesn't, because that goes down and that just pulls straight across. So that'll give me 90% coverage if it does piss down, or if the wind picks up and hits me in the fucking way. The water's going to come up to here. That's how far up it comes. That's why there's logs up here. The fucking sea washed them up. So yeah, this is what we call stealth camping. Stealth camping, you see these cretins doing it online. Oh, we're going to make a little wall of twigs. Oh, look, I'm so blonde. And yeah, and then a cow sits on you, or somebody shoots you. If you're in a position whereby you're not obvious, but if someone's looking down the scope of a rifle, they can see you, orange, yellowish, then they can actually see you. Or if you hang your pants out, which are a nice grey colour, or a nice green shirt, they can see there's someone there. Stealth camping is about not being obvious, but you're not going to get shot by some bloody hunter. Not likely down here, I admit. It's slightly unnerving is that the head end is at that end, not near the sea. It's a psychological thing. But that's also where I found that friggin' freaky, this place, which is like, I'm going to be camping next to this. Woo! No echo, okay. Just, it deadens the sound because of the rock. So, yeah. See that? The undercoat will straighten out once you're inside it and you've got some weight inside. So, yeah, hammock seems to be alright. Oh, my fucking kneecap is swelling up. No idea what battery I've got on my phone. Oh well, fuck it. I'm going to strip off, head down to the sea and wash my pants and socks. My pants, socks and my shirt. No, fuck it, the shirt's alright. It's just I want to get, oh yeah, you can really see where the tide's coming now, because the remnants of the pier, bits of wood sticking up, are underwater. So I'm going to have a little waddle down there in a bit. I'm going to strip off, hopefully the seagulls won't see my bollocks and think they're shrimp. And give me pants and socks to rinse and hang them out and they'll be dry by morning. Could piss down tonight, don't know, don't care. I'm camping, that's the fucking main thing. And I got booze. Oh shit. Yeah, and let's face it, the only people I'm liable to see here at this sort of tide mark are security guards from the compound. And it is a compound. With that much security they've got around the corner, around the corner, it's going to be security guards. There's no bugger else around. It's now 9 p.m. Still daylight. It's all in shadow. Oh, there's sunlight over there because of the cliff. Technically speaking, I'm in Devon. Actually, yeah, I am in Devon because you cross over the border to get here. But that, just around the corner, is Somerset. And over there, Wales. Lucky, woohoo! So, yeah. Okay. More vodka, go for a paddle. Hopefully the fish won't eat your cock too much. Battery's very low on this phone. Sometimes you can't really tell what you need to do to the hammock until you get in it. Most of it you can fix from inside, like the tarp and stuff. But one end is definitely a bit higher than the other too much, so I'm going to have to rearrange a little bit, nothing major, 5 minutes work, and retie that on the other side of the tree, so the tarp, just in case it does piss down tonight. Noisy ocean. Hello, drinkies. I'm actually going to turn my phone off for the night, save the battery power, if it will let me. How dare I turn off my track and trace incendiary hand grenade? Well, fuck it. I crashed out for about an hour. It's 10 o'clock-ish. It's still broad daylight. Sun's going down. I just had to get out, turn the phone on. Phone takes 10 minutes to wake up, for fuck's sake. But yeah. Hopefully there's nobody around because, you know. Okay, you can see my laundry. You can see nothing else. The hammock is nicely hidden. And yeah, I crashed out for an hour. It's now about 10 o'clock, still broad daylight. Sun is going down, and it's absolutely fucking beautiful. And it's starting to get really fucking cold as well. Sunburn doesn't help, but yeah. I think the tide is starting to turn to go out. So it's not come all the way up, but you get 2 tides every month. You get a spring tide, which is a high, really, really high one, and you get like a neap tide or an neap tide, which is not as bad. So yeah, bye bye sunshine.